Hello, everybody. We're live in Seacrest Studios on a thrilling Thursday, and I'm joined by some very handsome and talented men here. Why don't we get started with introductions? Ron, since I know you, why don't you start us off?
Sure. Ron Fryson, the former COO here at Children's, but now serving as a senior advisor.
Okay.
Good morning, Jimmy McKinney, and I'm a past Civic Actions Director for the organization.
Okay.
Lamont Bates, current chairman of Krimson Community Foundation.
Okay.
I'm Brian Cheek. I'm a board member with the Krimson Community Foundation.
Corey Wheaton, also board member of Krimson Community
All right.
Foundation.
So yes, let's tell us a little bit about the Krimson Community Foundation. What is it? When was it founded?
Sure,
By whom?
I'll take that one.
Okay.
Krimson Community Foundation was founded in 2001. And each school year, we have young men grades 4 through 12. And for the last several years, we've had up to 120 young men in our program. And we're meeting with them on the weekends, maybe 2 or 3 weekends a month. And we're doing everything from STEM exposure, leadership development, career exposure. We're doing a lot of things with these young men to give them exposure to things that maybe they wouldn't see or experience otherwise, to give them a better shot at life.
That's fantastic. Who came up with the name Krimson Community Foundation?
I don't know. That preceded all of us.
Oh,
actually.
it did?
So we've joined the organization a little bit later on, so it preceded us.
So your mission, tell us, the mission is to empower young men?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Was this, I feel like, was anything like this around when you were younger? I feel like as kids we could all use some mentorship, frankly. So you guys or whoever recognized a need and thought this would be a great idea. I was checking out your website, and you have locations all over Atlanta.
Yes,
I mean,
we're
they're
in
in all the cities.
Northwestern Metro Atlanta.
So is it, do you guys meet like a club or, at all like, like a Rotary Club or Kiwanis, or is it more like you have, I know you said weekends, but is it one-on-one interactions with these students, or is it a group setting?
It's more of a group setting. We probably have 20 to 30 men who are working with these. And,
okay.
With any organization, finding people to volunteer to help these young men is a challenge, but we have some very committed men who are helping to support these young men.
Are you guys all mentors yourself?
So, yes, we are, but also on the foundation side. So we have up to 200 to 250 in our organization at large. We represent the board, and part of our main responsibility is raising funds to support the programs and initiatives of these young men.
Okay. And I did see that it was across all areas of, fields, of interest for kids. So really, you can cover so many bases. And even if kids don't really know what they want to get into yet, it's a good initial exposure for them to talk to somebody who's been in the business. And what a great resource for them, really. I think it's fantastic. How long have each of you guys been involved in the program?
My involvement started in 2007.
Okay.
So I have the honor of serving as chair of our Botillion program. And so the first one that we did was in 2006, 2007, where I was able to observe and witness. Maybe 3 years later, I took on the role of chairman and been doing it ever since. So it's been an awesome experience.
Okay.
And I've been involved since 2009. Became a board member maybe 4 years ago.
Okay.
And continuing to serve.
And I was introduced to the organization when they actually approached Children's about playing a much more active role in supporting what we do. And it's very rare to find a foundation that is raising money, but also giving away money, volunteering their time, and demonstrating to the young man the value of being volunteers.
Yes, true that. Okay, and you guys?
About 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, around 2009, I started as a mentor, and then took on the role of civic action around 2015.
Wow. All right, before we get to why you're here at Children's today, I want to brag a little bit about your foundation and read a few of your stats, because I think they're very impressive. Over 800 families have been uplifted, over 1,000 young men supported, over 230 scholarships awarded, 85% of scholarship recipients have earned their bachelor's degree, and over $300,000 in scholarships granted. That is very impressive.
Indeed.
So you guys have a lot to be proud of,
Indeed.
obviously. Okay, but now tell us what brings you to Children's and Arthur Blank Hospital today. Who wants to take that one?
Mr. Cheek gets to take that one.
Well, today will culminate a commitment that our organization had to support basically to support the Care Mobile, and we'll talk a little bit about that, what that is, that we initiated, I'll say, during the COVID time period.
Uh-huh.
What led us to the support is initially we were basically feeding frontline workers just as a support mechanism, and learned more about the things that Children Healthcare of Atlanta had going on, and were introduced to the Care Mobile, and we wanted to support. And so today marks the culmination of a $50,000 commitment that we had to support the Care Mobile and the hospital. And so that's why we're here.
That's quite a large check. I saw you bring it in. Quite a large check physically and the amount on there. Well, tell me what impact you hope this gift will have for children and families.
So, as we talked about it, we primarily are supporting young men, right? In all the different ways we can. However, you can't ignore the things that happen at home, because there are challenges that would keep students, kids, from being able to learn and grow and develop. So when we think about this commitment, you know, we're doing this to help them be in a better position so where they can do the things that we do with them.
You know, I read a lot of the reviews, even the testimonials on the website too, which are so impressive. I mean, they're from parents, they're from the students themselves, and it was so heartwarming to see how much of an impact you guys, this foundation, has had on them and on their lives and their future. So, you know, it's really it's so encouraging and inspiring for everyone else too, who needs to get involved either on the mentor side or on the, you know, for kids to find you guys. Which we'll talk about. And I understand you guys were upstairs this morning checking out your plaque. What does it mean to have Krimson Community Foundation to have a patient room named in your honor?
I think it's very humbling in terms of the history of how we got here. It was probably prior to COVID, fall of COVID, and we were introduced to the AFLAC organization. We went and did a tour of the Hugh Spalding facility, and we were, you know, just hooked right there. And as Brother Cheek mentioned, that we started off feeding, and it just got bigger and bigger, and just so excited about what we have done and what we will be doing in the future.
It is rewarding, isn't it, when you can just see something that you take as a nugget and it goes, you know, it's so well received, and you can see, wow, this made a big impact. Let's do more. Let's do, you know, that's always a great feeling. It's, you know, on both ends, really, the receiving end and the giving end. So it's a win-win for everybody. What message do you want this dedication to send to the community?
I think part of the goal is to make sure that the community knows that there are people that they don't even know that care about their well-being, that are praying for them, that are supporting what it is that they're going through. And we're all here as a product of somebody else's prayers and love and support. And that's what the foundation is ultimately about, extending beyond the immediate village, understanding that it takes a full village for the well-being of our youth.
It does take a full village. And you know what? I think just even when kids feel that somebody else cares about them, it does so much for their morale.
Absolutely.
Really, it's you know, it really does. And you just think it can be a small gesture of kindness or something, but to let them know, yes, somebody cares about you, and we're going to look after you, and we're gonna be here for you. It means so much, and it can change somebody's future, really, and trajectory. It really can. Well, how can the community get involved in your program? What's the best way? How can they find you?
On crimson.org is our website.
Okay.
And we also have social media connected to that as well.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram,
All
I think
that.
LinkedIn.
Yes.
And you can send an email to info@crimson.org,
That's
right?
You've done a lot of your homework.
I have. I was looking into this. So I love it because you guys seem like a real fraternity too. You know, it's everybody. I love the joking, but that's all means you're a good, tight group, and everybody wants to help each other. It's cohesive, and nothing but onward and upward, really, as far as I can see.
Your point's so valid because it's one thing when you're working together. But it's phenomenal when you're working together in the trenches. You know you're doing a good cause, and you're with great people. You can't beat that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. It really is. So, well, this has been very special for me to get to learn about you guys and meet you in person and just to hear what you're doing. And I'm so grateful that, your impact on the community, what you're doing, your generous donation to Children's. We appreciate it so much. And that you took time out of your day to come by and visit with us and spread the word around here. And so hopefully, continued fabulous things for you guys and the foundation. And we'll encourage everybody to keep checking out, the Krimson Community Foundation, either as a mentor or, send some of these great kids to you, send your way.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
We
Wendy.
love it. All right, we'll get back into music and enjoy the rest of your day.